Hello students, welcome to KVS RO Jabalpur online classes. As we are studied about the control and coordination, and today we will discuss about the control and coordination part 2. Before starting part 2, first let's revise what we have learned in part 1. In first part, students, we have learned about the control and coordination. What does it mean? Why it is necessary? For the proper functioning of our body, control and coordination is necessary. As you know students, we are multicellular organisms. So we have many organs. And all these organs perform their tasks, their work and coordinate in a coordinate way. And who control all these functions? It is controlled by brain. And for the smooth functioning of our body, control and coordination is compulsory. And in plants and animals, it means all living organism needs control and coordination for the survival of an organism. So, if we talk about the plants, in plants control and coordination is done through the chemicals. And what is the chemicals? Hormones. And if we talk about the animals, their body is controlled and coordinated by two means. First, chemical control, it means by the hormones and the nervous system. In previous video, we have learned about the nervous control and coordination. And what is the functional unit of nervous system? That is neurons. And neurons, what is the main function of neurons? They carry messages from receptors to the brain. And which nerves carry these messages? These nerves are known as sensory nerves. And the instruction which are given by the brain, it is conveyed through the motor nerves. And how the nerves travels? They travels, and this their traveling is known as conduction of nerves impulses. And how they travel, how they convey the masses? They convey the masses with the help of conversion. The chemical signal convert to the electric signals. In this way, the masses from various nerves, where they reach to the brain and instruction given by the brain. If we see the nervous system, it is classified into three parts. C and S. What does it mean, students? Central nervous system. It is divided into brain and spinal cord. Brain again further classified into three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. And the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system consists nerves. How it is made up of? It is made up of nerves of our brains. And the third part is ANS. It means autonomous nervous system. It consists sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. These two systems works opposite to each other. Now students, let's know more about the brain. Students, in central nervous system, we have just discussed about the structure of brain. So let's know more about the structure of brain. As I told you students, the brain has three parts. First is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. If we talk about forebrain, it is further classified into three parts: cerebrum, diencephalon and olfactory lobes. Again, just see the structure of brain. Observe here students, as I told you, our brain is divided into two hemispheres. ये देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, ये दोनों हेमिस्फीयर आपको अलग अलग दिखाई दे रहे हैं. And it is covered into a bony box that is known as cranium. These are the keywords students. Cranium, you have to remember it कि our brain is covered into bony box, that is cranium. And our brain has 3 layers. And these 3 layers are known as, these 3 layers protects the brain from the external injuries. And between these 3 layers, one fluid is there. This is known as cerebrospinal fluid, and which is act as a shock absorber. And ये जो सेरिब्रोस्पाइनल फ्लूइड होता है, ये सेम फ्लूइड हमारे स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में भी होता है, और इस तरीके से जो है ये ब्रेन को एक्सटर्नल इंजरी से सेव करता है. क्यों स्टूडेंट्स? बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी डेलिकेट थिंग्स. ये जो हमारा ऑर्गन है, इट्स अ वेरी डेलिकेट ऑर्गन एंड इट इज कंट्रोल टू ऑल बॉडी पार्ट्स. सो इफ इट हैज एनी टाइप ऑफ इंजरीज, तो व्हाट विल हैपन? We lost all types of control. इवन हम सीधे खड़े भी नहीं हो पाएंगे, हम बात भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो अगर ब्रेन के किसी भी पार्ट में इंजरी होती है तो हमें क्या है, बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती हैं. सो जो सेरिब्रोस्पाइनल फ्लूइड है, ये ब्रेन को शॉक एब्जॉर्बर से रिलीव करता है, बचाता है. अब हम फोर ब्रेन के स्ट्रक्चर पे आते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स ऑब्जर्व हियर, एज आई टोल्ड यू, ब्रेन हैज 2 हेमिस्फीयर. ये देखिए, मैंने आपको प्रीवियस वीडियो में बताया भी था कि कैसे हम 2 हेमिस्फीयर को अपने हाथों की हेल्प से समझ सकते हैं. तो इट हैज 2 हेमिस्फीयर एंड दिस द पिंकिश पार्ट, दिस पिंकिश पार्ट इज नोन एज फोर ब्रेन. ये जो हमारा ये दिख रहा है ना, ये कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, लिटिल कॉम्प्लिकेटेड स्ट्रक्चर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज द फोर ब्रेन एंड दिस पोर्शन इज मिड ब्रेन. एंड the last portion including this one is known as hind brain. Now let's know about the cerebrum. Cerebrum makes the 2/3 part of our brain. जो हमारे ब्रेन का 2/3 पार्ट है, it's a cerebrum. And student, it's a main part of our brain and it's a thinking part. Now the diencephalon and olfactilum. One by one we will discuss more about the different parts of our forebrain. Forebrain is divided into cerebrum, olfactilum and diencephalon. And diencephalon again divided into thalamus and hypothalamus. Observe here students, these are the different lobes. ये जो है, ये हमारे सेरिब्रम में डिफरेंट लोब्स होते हैं. एंड एक्चुअली इट्स अ रिसेप्टर्स एरिया. डिफरेंट टाइप के जितने भी सेंसरी रिसेप्टर्स हैं, सारे रीजन्स जो है हमारे किस में होते हैं, हमारे फोर ब्रेन में. और फोर ब्रेन के किस पार्ट में है? दीज आर ऑल इन अवर सेरिब्रम. हम ब्रेन के स्ट्रक्चर को और अच्छे से देख सकते हैं. दिस इज द सेरिब्रम स्टूडेंट्स, and this one is the midbrain, and the last portion is known as hindbrain. Ab here observe here students, it's a cerebrum and here is the cerebellum. It's a thinking part. दोनों parts students, they are very important, that's why I am telling you. It's a thinking part and cerebellum is balancing part. It's very important for exam point of view students, that's why I am telling you. Remember it. Cerebrum is a thinking part while the cerebellum is a balancing part. जब हम राइडिंग करते हैं या स्विमिंग करते हैं और वी आर डूइंग वॉकिंग, तो इन दैट टाइम द cerebellum is maintain our posture and it acts a balancing organs of our body. और स्टूडेंट्स, यदि कई बार आपने देखा होगा ना कि कुछ लोग कुछ अल्कोहल जैसी चीजें ले लेते हैं, तो उस समय वो जो है वो प्रॉपर बैलेंस में नहीं चल पाते हैं. तो व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड इट? जो वो अल्कोहल है वो माइंड के, ब्रेन के किस पार्ट को अफेक्ट करता है? सेरिबेलम वाले पार्ट को अफेक्ट कर देता है. दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव प्रॉब्लम टू वॉक प्रॉपरली. आई होप स्टूडेंट्स यू आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट्स. नाउ लेट्स नो मोर अबाउट द forebrain. Now the forebrain, and first we will discuss about the first part, that is the thinking part. And students, it makes 2/3 part of our brain. हमारे ब्रेन का सबसे बड़ा पोर्शन कौन बनाता है? सेरिब्रम बनाता है. It's form 2/3 part of a brain and it's a thinking part. It has sensory areas, motor areas and association areas. Students remember this. Means जितने भी receptors हैं, how many receptors we have, like eyes receptors, skin के feeling वाले receptors, hearing, smelling, जितने भी various sense organs हैं, वो जो sense organs जो receptors लेके आते हैं, है ना, जो सिग्नल्स लेके आते हैं, वो किस पार्ट में लेके आते हैं स्टूडेंट्स? सेरिब्रम वाले पार्ट में लेके आते हैं. एंड हियर एसोसिएशन मीन्स जो ब्रेन का वर्किंग है कि विच टाइप ऑफ सिग्नल्स दे हैव टू कन्वे टू द मसल्स, क्योंकि जो सिग्नल्स होते हैं वो ब्रेन्स में रिसेप्टर्स लेके आते हैं एंड दे ब्रेन देन फर्दर उसको ऑब्जर्व करता है, प्रोसेस करता है एंड देन इंस्ट्रक्शन गिवन टू द मसल्स. हाउ? थ्रू द मोटर नर्व्स. तो जो मोटर एरियाज होंगे वो क्या होंगे? मोटर एरियाज जो है सिग्नल को कन्वे करने के लिए होते हैं. किसको कन्वे करते हैं? मसल्स को. तो इस तरीके से जितने भी एरियाज हैं, सेंसरी एरियाज एंड मोटर एरियाज, दे ऑल आर इन सेरिब्रम. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज ऑल्फैक्टरी लोब्स. इट कंसिस्ट स्मेल सेंसेशन. जितने भी स्मेलिंग सेंस हैं वो किसके एरिया अंतर्गत आते हैं, किसके अंडर में होते हैं? इन ऑल्फैक्टरी लोब्स. नाउ इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ forebrain is diencephalon. It consists two parts, thalamus and hypothalamus. It also related to conduction of sensory information and the main is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus control different types of things like its temperature control, regulation, temperature regulation, hunger, thirst and mainly emotions. अब आप इसको कैसे समझ सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स? जैसे हमें किसी भी तरीके की फीलिंग होती है, हंगर सेंसेशन होता है या थर्स्ट सेंसेशन होता है, तो किसकी वजह से होता है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ हाइपोथैलेमस. इफ ड्यू टू एनी इंजरीज, कभी कोई इंजरी हो जाए एंड इफ हाइपोथैलेमस गेट डैमेज, then what will happen? The person have no control how much he has to eat. So it's a very important part. So I hope students now you are able to learn about the cerebrum, 2/3 part, main thinking part. It consists main these type of sensory areas and olfactory lobes. It is associated with smell sensation, and thalamus and hypothalamus, they are part of diencephalon. Thalamus they take sensory impulses and hypothalamus its control temperature regulation, hunger, thirst and emotions. Now next is the midbrain. Now observe here students, the pinkish part is which part is? Forebrain part, and the greenish part, it's the midbrain part, and it is the center of vision and olfactory reflexes. It conveys sensory information to the cerebrum. अब स्टूडेंट्स आप देख रहे होंगे कि एक ही वर्क के लिए वेरियस पार्ट्स आर एसोसिएटेड. अब ये जो सेंसरी इंफॉर्मेशन है इसके लिए तो वाई एक ही वर्क के लिए कई ऑर्गन्स क्यों इन्वॉल्व हैं? बिकॉज वी आर मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड वी हैव कॉम्प्लेक्स बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर. दैट्स वाई देयर आर मेनी ऑर्गन्स टू परफॉर्म अ सेम टास्क. Now next is hindbrain. Hindbrain, it consists cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. Observe here students, this part is, which part is this students? This is the cerebrum and this one is a midbrain. And here observe here students, this is the cerebellum. As I told you, it's a balancing part. It balances our posture during walking, swimming or riding. And it's a pons, it's a control, it's control breathing, जो हमारी rhythmic breathing है due to pons. And medulla oblongata, it's a very important, it's known as brain stem. It's also have 3 centers. Now observe here students, this is the cerebrum, this is the cerebellum and this is the medulla, and this one is green part is midbrain. As you know students, it's a very complicated structure. That's why I am telling again and again to different parts of our brain. Now, medulla. What its function? It controls voluntary functions such as heartbeat, respiration, flow of gastric juice, swallowing, vomiting, coughing, sneezing, salivation. What does it mean students? It means it control involuntary actions. जो भी हमारी involuntary activities हैं उस पर किसका कंट्रोल होता है? मेडुला ऑब्लिंगुटा. Now students, let's move forward and we will discuss about the PNS. What does it mean students? Peripheral nervous system. Now let's know about it. Peripheral nervous system. Observe here students, actually it is made up of nerves. Which type of nerves? The nerves which are in our body. जो जितनी भी body में nerves spread हैं, they made peripheral nervous system. Now students, observe this picture. Here some nerves are emerged from our brain. As you know, the brain is covered in cranium. So what we call these type of nerves? These nerves are known as cranial nerves. Now the brain is associated with spinal cord, and the nerves which are emerges from the spinal cord, what we call them? Spinal nerves. So what we can say, the peripheral nervous system consists of cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Now, cranial nerves, how many cranial nerves we have? It's just an exam point of view students, so you have to remember it. We have 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. And what is the function of peripheral nervous system? It conveys the messages with the help of these nerves to different parts of our body. Now, the next is autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous. Just a minute students, let's know more about the function of peripheral nervous system. Observe here. The peripheral nervous system connects the central nervous system to the organs, limbs and skin. Carries sensory and motor information to and from of the central nervous system. As I told you in previous video, the receptors which contain the messages and they convey to the brain, and the brain instruct with the help of motor nerves to the muscles. So in this way, the nerves, as you know, the peripheral nervous system is made up of different nerves. ये जो nerves है इन्हीं से बना हुआ जो system है, that is known as peripheral. So जो nerves का function होगा वही किसका function हो जाएगा? Peripheral nervous system का. It regulates involuntary body functions like heartbeat and breathing. As you know students, these are the involuntary functions and you don't have control over it. So how we can regulate these? With the help of peripheral nervous system. Allow the brain and spinal cord to receive and send informations other areas of the body. In this way, I hope you have learned about the peripheral nervous system. Now move forward and learn about the autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system. As its name, it means automatic. How it works? Automatic works is. The autonomic nervous system is a control system that acts largely unconsciously and regulates bodily functions such as heart rate, digestion, respiration, pupillary responses, urination. As I told you, it's an automatic nervous system. How can you say? Because heart rate, process of digestion, process of respiration. Can you control it? These are the automatic reactions. They continue performing their task in our body. So, how they control, how they regulate? With the help of autonomous nervous system. Now, autonomous nervous system are divided into two parts, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. These two parts, they works opposite to each other. आप इसको इस तरीके से समझ सकते हैं, the parasympathetic nervous system, it works in normal condition. Suppose heart rate नॉर्मल कंडीशन में कैसी चलना चाहिए, डाइजेशन कैसा होना चाहिए, रेस्पिरेशन, तो पैरासिम्पैथेटिक जो नर्वस सिस्टम है ये पूरे फंक्शंस को रेस्ट कंडीशन में रखता है, ये नॉर्मल कंडीशन में. बट एट द टाइम ऑफ इमरजेंसी, जब हमारी बॉडी में कोई इमरजेंसी आ जाती है ड्यू टू हाइपरटेंशन या ड्यू टू एंगर या ड्यू टू एनी फियर, एट दैट टाइम हाउ अवर बॉडी मैनेज, तो कैसे मैनेज होती है, विद द हेल्प ऑफ सिंपैथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम. इसमें क्या होता है, इसमें लाइक हमारी जो आईज हैं दे एनलार्ज देयर साइज, डाइजेशन प्रोसेस स्टॉप, हार्ट बीट इंक्रीज एंड दे मैनेज द इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन. एंड जो पैरासिम्पैथेटिक है वो क्या करता है, हमारी बॉडी को नॉर्मल कंडीशन में लेके आता है. तो ये दोनों सिस्टम जो हैं ये हमारे हर ऑर्गन में, जैसे इफ वी टॉक अबाउट हार्ट, तो हार्ट इज अटैच विद द सिंपैथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम एंड पैरासिम्पैथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम. तो जो रेस्टिंग कंडीशन होगी या नॉर्मल कंडीशन में होगा, हु विल वर्क, पैरासिम्पैथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम विल वर्क. बट इफ एनी इमरजेंसी विल कम, तो हु विल डू, द sympathetic nervous system. So I hope students you have learned about the autonomous nervous system. Students, let's know about the reflex action. Before starting this topic, just observe these activities. See first activity. Touch. Now, observe this activity. Here, students, a person is hitting on the knee of that one. And what will happen? Here, the reaction, it is involuntary reaction. It is not decided by that person. Observe the next one. There are some people, what they are doing? They are sneezing. These activities are not pre-decided. As the stimulus comes, the body gives such type of response. Now, just observe the meaning of stimulus. Reaction given by an organism to an external factors like light, heat, cold, sound, smell, taste, touch, pressure. These are the stimulus, and body gives response when the body contact with such type of stimulus. Now students, what is the common in all three situations? Maybe such type of questions comes in your mind. If you observe here in this picture, in this activity students, as the finger comes in the contact of the burning object, what will happen? The temperature of the finger is changed. So what is the stimulus? The heat. And what type of changes it brings? It brings the increase the temperature of the fingers. So what type of response the finger will give? The finger will move away from that burning object. Here what will happen? As the person hit on the knee of the next one, the pressure of the knee sometimes change. Here the pressure is changed, so the body gives such type of response. Here, what they are doing? They are sneezing. Before sneezing, they sniffed. So here, what will happen, students? Here the environment of the nose is changed. So what is the stimulus here? Environment and the object which is sniffed by the person. Here, what is the stimulus? Pressure, which is changed by hitting that one. Here, what is the stimulus? The stimulus is burning object, which is change the temperature of the finger. And the responses, by giving the body, all responses are involuntary. How you can say these are involuntary? Because they are not pre-decided. As the stimulus comes in the contact of the body gives such type of responses which is not decided, not a pre-decided, and not the brain think about such type of responses. So the responses are involuntary to a stimulus. So it is called reflex action. Students, as I told you, these are involuntary. So maybe one question comes in your mind, there are some other processes also are involuntary, like process of digestion, process of heartbeat, respiration. These are also involuntary. So what is the difference between this type of involuntary process and the digestion and heartbeat? Just think it. So maybe you will get the answer. So what is the difference between? Here students, when the body gives response, when the stimulus comes. But here not any stimulus are required. The process like digestion or heartbeat are going involuntary and these are not in your control. और ये process तो अपने आप चलती रहती है, automatically these are going on. But when such type of process these are carried out when the stimulus comes. So these are the basic difference between reflex action and such type of action. Here, what is required, students? Here, stimulus required. Then the body will give response. But here, stimulus is not required. I hope, students, you will come to know about the meaning of reflex action. Let's know more about the reflex action. Reflex action reflex action. As I told you, it's a involuntary process, and in this process the body gives response to a stimulus. A reflex is made possible by neural pathway. How you can say it's need neural pathway? Because the stimulus they give the response. The stimulus, when the body receive the stimulus, who receive? The receptor receive, and who send the messages? The receptors have nerves, and these nerves send the message to the brain or to the spinal cord. So it is possible by neural pathway, because you know, students, the signals or the command sent by are the given by only through the nerves or neurons, which can act an impulse before that impulse reaches the brain. Here, students, what will happen? The nerves send the messages to the spinal cord, and वो जो messages होते हैं वो ब्रेन तक नहीं जाते, उसके पहले ही एक्शन हो जाता है. Why? अगर एक्शन में थोड़ा सा डिले होगा, और if the nerve will wait the commands given by the brain, उसके पहले क्या होगा? Maybe some damage which will harmful for us. So the जो मैसेजेस होते हैं, मैसेज जो है ब्रेन को कमांड दिया जाता है, बट उसके पहले जो है एक्शन हो जाता है. जैसे आपने फर्स्ट एक्टिविटी में देखा कि जैसे ही उस हीटिंग ऑब्जेक्ट के पास हमारी फिंगर गई, तो फिंगर को जैसे हीट की फीलिंग आई, फिंगर तुरंत वहां से हटा ली गई. तो आपको फील कैसा हुआ? आपको फील बाद में हुआ, फिंगर आपकी पहले हट गई. तो जो आपको फीलिंग हुई, हाउ यू कम्स टू नो? इट इज द मैसेज गिवन बाय द ब्रेन. बट एक्शन जो वहां से फिंगर्स हटी, वहां से द एक्शन जो एक्शन टेकन हुआ, इट इज गिवन बाय द कमांड गिवन बाय द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. So how the process? Let's know more about it. A receptor in the skin. So there are so many different type of reflex action process. and some are very complicated. But the most common reflex action process is the burning object and moving our fingers or hands from this object. So we know about the reflex action with the help of this activity. So here the receptor in the skin, as you know, skin acts as a sensory organ. So the skin has so many receptors. So the receptor in the skin detects a stimulus, the change in the temperature. So sensory neurons send electrical impulses to the relay neurons, which are located in the spinal cords. As I told you, students, in previous video you have learned about the sensory neurons give the messages to the brain and motor neurons bring the commands from the brain. Here one also neurons you have learn about it, relay neurons, which is present in spinal cord. So the sensory neurons send electric impulses to the relay neuron, which are located in the spinal cord, and then the motor neurons send electrical impulses to an effector. Effector are present in muscles. The effector produce responses or muscle contract to move away our hands. So students, let's learn more about the process of reflex action with the help of drawing. Let's draw the picture of process of reflex action and learn the mechanism of reflex action and reflex arc. Let's know, students, about the process or mechanism of reflex action by this diagram. As I told you, students, the most common reflex action is when we touch any hot objects, and how the stimulus go to the spinal cord and how our muscles will react. Let's know with the help of this drawing. Suppose there is a heating object, and as our finger we touch that object, then what will happen, students? Let's observe. First, I am trying to draw the picture. And what is this? This is these are the nerves, students, and this is our spinal cord. These are the bicep muscles. Now, as our finger touched these hot objects, so the finger got the stimulus, and with this help of this stimulus, the temperature of the finger will increase. Then what will happen? The receptor will send the message, or the nerve will take this message and it convey to the message will convey to the brain. Sorry, students, it will convey to the spinal cord. Here the message will come, and here one loop I have made. I told you after some times what does it mean, students. First, try to observe here. Here, students, 3 nerves will work in this process. So the first nerves will receive the masses and send to the spinal cord. As I told you, this is the sensory nerve, and it receives the masses. And where the masses will go? The masses will go to the spinal cord. And then here the masses will convey to the second nerve, that is relay nerve, and then the message also go to the brain also. Brain तक message जाएगा. How the message will send? From here and then to the brain, but it will take time. So the spinal cord as I told you students, the spinal cord will not wait the command of brain. So immediately अगर वो वेट करेगा तब तक क्या हो जाएगा? The damage will happen. So the spinal cord will not wait for the command of the brain, and immediately it will instruct to the motor nerve, and the motor nerve will come and give the instruction to the bicep muscles, and in this way the bicep muscle will contract and our hands will remove from the burning object. It moved away from the burning object. Here students, now label it in this way. You will able to learn how many muscles are work in this process. Here this nerve is sensory nerves. Sensory nerve or sensory neuron, and this one is motor neuron. Why we call it motor nerve or motor neuron? Because it brings the message for the moving of the muscles. ना movement के लिए ये muscles message लेके आती है. That's why it is known as motor neuron. And here the another muscles which is transmit the message from the sensory neurons to motor neurons, that is the relay neurons. Relay neurons या relay nerves. So how many nerves are involved in this process? 3 neurons. Sometimes there are 2 nerves are also involved, in which case in previous slides as I shown you, when we hit with the help of any object in our knee, so what will happen? There is only 2 neuron will work, but here 3 neuron will work, and I am completing this diagram. And students, there are the nerves. There are the bunches of nerves. Some nerves come from the dorsal side. As you know students, these are the sensory nerves. They comes from the dorsal sides, and the motor nerves come from the ventral sides. And with the help of, when they combine and they form bunches of nerves. So in this way there is a one, and these are the one pair of nerves. As I told you how many nerves are come from the spinal cord in previous video. You have to you have watched again if you not remember, and learn it. Like from the brain, how many cranial nerves are emerges? 12 nerves, and from the spinal cord 31 pairs. So what is the meaning of pairs? This one, these are makes a pair. And how the nerves emerges from the spinal cord? One nerve will emerge from the dorsal side. What is the meaning of dorsal side? Means पीछे से. Like this is the dorsal portion and this one is the ventral portion. तो जो sensory neurons होती है वो कहाँ से निकलती है students? They come from the dorsal side, and motor neurons they come from the ventral side. Here जैसे ही ये neurons यहाँ से आई हैं, तो what they convey the message to the bicep muscles. These are the bicep muscles, and the bicep muscles will contract, and the hand is moved away from the burning object. And students, this forms a reflex arc. ये क्या बन गया students? एक reflex arc बन गया, and the process is known as reflex action. So I hope students now you are able to learn the mechanism of reflex action. Here masses will convey to the brain. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैसेज ब्रेन को नहीं मिला, ब्रेन को मैसेज मिला है, बट मैसेज कब मिला है? आफ्टर द एक्शन. जब तक मैसेज ब्रेन तक गया उसके पहले ही जो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड है उसने सिग्नल दे दिया था एंड मोटर नर्व्स ने मसल्स को मैसेज कन्वे किया एंड द हैंड्स मूव्ड अवे फ्रॉम द बर्निंग हॉर्स. सो एंड हाउ मेनी नर्व्स आर इन्वॉल्व इन दिस वर्क? 3 nerves: sensory nerves, relay nerves and motor nerves. And who gives the command? Spinal cord gives the command. So I hope students you have learned about the reflex action. Now students, let's summarize the process of reflex action. Now observe it again. Here, what happened in step 1? Arrival of stimulus and activation of receptor. जैसे ही हमारा हाथ इस हीट ऑब्जेक्ट के कांटेक्ट में आया तो what will happen students? Here the receptors are present as you know. There is which is the sensory organ present in here? Skin. So there are many receptors are present in sensory organs. So as we comes in the contact of heat object, so this is the stimulus and activation. It activate the receptors and what will happen here? Activation of sensory neurons. अब ये जो receptors हैं, where they will go? They will go to the sensory neurons. Students observe here, this is the longest nerve. This is known as neurons. As I told you, it's a longest cell of our body. And where it will go students? It will go to our spinal cord. What is this? It's the spinal cord. And here the spinal cords comes and it convey to the masses the second one. What is this? Sensation relate to the brain for collateral. पर अभी ये मैसेज नहीं जाएगा, पहले इसने किसको मैसेज कन्वर्ट किया है? रिले न्यूरॉन को मैसेज किया है and the relay neuron again transfer the message the next neuron and which type of neuron is this? This is the motor neurons. Student, why we call it motor? Because they are responsible, they are causing to move the muscles. जैसे ये मैसेज न्यूरॉन्स किसको देंगी? मसल्स को देंगी. द मसल्स विल मूव्ड अवे फ्रॉम दैट हीट objects. And observe here students, this loop, what it denoted? It's a type of different types of neurons. Neurons के structure में कुछ neurons जो होती हैं, these are the sensory neurons. Neurons they have such type of loop. And students, I'm telling you just one thing. This is the dorsal neuron and sensory neurons goes through dorsal part. And the motor neurons comes with the masses and they use ventral root. So these are the position of these two neurons. And here students, in this case, in this phenomena, how many neurons are involved? There are three neurons: sensory neurons, relay neurons and motor neurons. Why we call it relay neuron? Because they are engaged in which work? For the transferring work. That's why they are known as relay neuron. So it's the one of the process of the reflex action, and I hope you have learned about this process. And here students, the masses is conveyed to the brain. How can you say the masses? अभी तो हमने क्या बताया आपको? स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में गया और स्पाइनल कॉर्ड ने इंस्ट्रक्शन दे दिया मोटर न्यूरॉन को, और मोटर न्यूरॉन ने यहाँ से मसल्स को मैसेज कन्वे किया एंड मसल्स मूव्ड अवे फ्रॉम द हीट ऑब्जेक्ट. सो हाउ कैन यू से द ब्रेन इज ऑल्सो एंगेज हियर? बिकॉज यू फील इट. आपको फील हुआ ना गर्म चीज, आपके हाथ हटाने के बाद आपको फील हुआ. एक्चुअली हियर एक्शन इज हैपेंड and after that you feel that type of sensation. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? व्हाट डज इट मीन्स स्टूडेंट्स? वर्क इज डन बाय द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. किसने वर्क कर दिया? स्पाइनल कॉर्ड ने वर्क कर दिया, लेकिन ब्रेन को बताना जरूरी था. इसको हम कैसे समझ सकते हैं? सपोज स्टूडेंट्स, देयर इज अ मोस्ट ऑफ द डिसीजन आर टेकन बाय इन योर फैमिली. हु हैज टेकन द डिसीजन? कौन लेता है डिसीजंस? पेरेंट्स में फादर लेते हैं. लेकिन कई बार जब इन केस ऑफ इमरजेंसी मदर भी सिचुएशन में डिसीजंस लेती है ना, तो उसको आप इसी तरीके से समझिए कि हियर वन इमरजेंसी इज कम एंड स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, इसको हम कैसे मान सकते हैं? इट्स एक्ट्स एज अ मदर. तो मदर ने यहां पर डिसीजन ले लिया, बट मैसेज ऑल्सो कन्वेड टू योर पेरेंट्स. फादर भी ना, पापा को भी मैसेज करना है. तो इन द सेम वे हियर वर्क हैज डन बाय द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड बट मैसेज इज ऑल्सो कन्वेड टू द ब्रेन. तो आपके एग्जाम में इस तरीके के क्वेश्चन आते हैं कि व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ब्रेन इन रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन. तो व्हाट इज द आंसर? देयर इज नो रोल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन. देयर इज नो रोल ऑफ ब्रेन in the process of reflex action. After this process only the message is conveyed to the brain. ब्रेन को मैसेज बस दे दिया जाता है, पर यहाँ पे जो रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन होता है, यहाँ पे कोई भी रोल जो है वो ब्रेन प्ले नहीं करता. नाउ दिस इज द रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन. एंड व्हाट अबाउट रिफ्लेक्स आर्क? हियर दिस इज द रिफ्लेक्स आर्क. ये जो सारी प्रोसेस है, यहाँ पे क्या चीजें इन्वॉल्व हैं? रिसेप्टर्स, सेंसरी नर्व्स, रिले नर्व्स, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, motor nerves. This makes a reflex arc and the process is known as reflex action. So students, there are various type of reflex action which are very complicated. So I have told you a very simple and which is most common, that is the stimulus in presence of heat. Heat एक stimulus present था and how the body responds. So this is the very common type of reflex action which I shown you here, and I hope students now you are able to learn what is the reflex action and what is the reflex arc. Okay students? Now observe here students, just एक आउटलाइन मैप में देख लें. फर्स्ट what will come in reflex action? Stimulus. Who receive these stimulus? Receptor stimulus. Sorry students, receptor will receive. Then where they will convey? Sensory neurons. And sensory neurons convey the signals to the coordinator or relay neurons. And the relay neurons, where they will go? They are present in spinal cord and they convey the signal to motor neurons, and motor neurons convey the message effector or muscles. Effectors are present in the muscles, and then the body will respond. How we can say the body's response? When you moved away your hands or your fingers from that hitting object. Now here stimulus, then receptors, receptor conveyed by the sensory nerves, here relay neurons, and then relay neurons conveyed the message to motor neurons, and here are the muscles which receive the response, which receive the signals, and then the muscles give the response. And I hope you are getting my points, and now you are able to know the process of reflex action.